Hey everyone, I'm Julie Salant and welcome to my channel. I am doing something completely different and I'm super excited about it. If you don't know me, I am a channeler, I am a seer, I am a communicator. I channel messages from God and spirit and the universe, as well as angels and archangels. I'm also an intuitive healer. I can basically look at you and find any negative blocks that you might have and remove them with channeled messages and light language and bring in beautiful light from source, from spirit. And I also speak to animals. So I have a very wonderful gift that I help people with. But the main thing that I do is I love to ignite people's spark. This is what I do. This is what I'm great at. This is what I was built for. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I'm going to be changing directions. I've been prompted for a very long time by spirit to really change things up. So this channel is going to start off with teachings of spiritual laws, relating them to modern day so that you can understand them and apply them to your life, as well as your horoscope, the attributes that you have, the positive and negative attributes of your life and beyond your horoscope, as well as the moon. And what I'm trying to do is build a picture here of kind of how you operate, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and wherever you feel that you need a boost and support, that's what we're going to work on. So it's going to be a combination of me teaching you things, giving you channeled messages so that you can move past the blocks that you have and really communicate and get into alignment so that you can live your life's purpose and be really abundant, because that's what it's all about, right? It's all about being here and being abundant. And I know that with some of the changes that we've been all through, all of us all over the world in every single country in the last 4 months, it's been tough, right? We are all going through a new normal. The world is changed in so many ways. And we are all ascending, we are all changing, and many people are waking up. We're awakening to our true selves, which is wonderful, but it can cause a lot of times some difficulties within ourselves. We can have doubts, we can have fears. If you've been operating at a certain level for quite a long time, and all of a sudden things don't feel right anymore, maybe your job doesn't feel right to you. Maybe you know that you have gifts and you just don't know what they are, or you know you have the gifts, but you don't know how to access them. It becomes very frustrating. It can feel very fearful, and it can really cause a lot of pain for people. And this is all due to your elevated consciousness and you changing, and that's okay. But to help you along, this is where the teachings are really going to come into play. My channel messages will really help you. And we're also going to do some animal messages. So the point is for me to help you balance wherever you feel a little bit unsupported or negative into being fully supported and aligned and taking that aligned action towards your life purpose, because I want everyone to feel abundant. So let's start off. I am going to actually give you a spiritual teaching first. We're going to go with the spiritual law, and I'm going to read a little bit of this to you, of request. Okay, so the law of request teaches us to ask when our souls are ready with clarity and intention, and it's our personal responsibility to ask for the things that we need in our lives. With this request, we are not to impose ourselves upon others, because if we do, and it goes wrong, the karma is on us. So in other words, we all come here with lessons to learn. If you have a lesson to learn and I know the answer and I tell you, it shortcuts you learning that lesson. And then that karma is on me as well as yourself. So there are certain times that we can help others if we're asked, and certain times where we need to just step back and say, you need to learn this yourself. This is what your soul came here to do. If you are involved in a difficult situation at work or in your career, the experience and learning you gain from dealing with the problem and overcoming it may be the perfect stepping stone for you to move on to your next level, okay? So in all of the realms, just so you know, there are many, spirit, God, the universe, archangels, angels, ascended guides and masters are all here to help you. You have a team that's here to help you at all times. However, and this is a big however, you must ask for their help. If you don't ask, they cannot interfere or help you. So every day, I always ask for protection and guidance for myself, for those that I love, for what I'm doing. If I feel stuck, I always ask for guidance and help. Please show me what I'm not seeing right now. What are my obstacles right now? What is my next level? And how can I get there? Please show me what would be best for my highest good. So ask them, and feel free to ask them all the time because they love to help. Ask them for help in your life. As soon as you're ready and you ask for the help, they're going to give it to you, okay? Because you're ready to receive it. You're ready to accept the wisdom that they have, and the higher powers will align themselves to help you. The answer most often lies in the question, and the more clarity you have around it, the fuller the response will be. Now, this is the big part I want you to get. So many people ask, why can't I have more money? Why am I so unhappy? When, what, how? Just these very basic questions. These are not the type of questions that they're going to help you with. And note to self, a lot of times they also answer cryptically, okay? They're never going to just lay it out there for you because they want you to learn. It's like a child. They love you, but they want you to learn. So you have to do a little bit of work, okay? But they will give you an answer. But the strength of your question is the most important part. So let's just say that as I was undergoing this new strategy for this channel, and I was thinking, how can I pull this all together? I have so much information, but I don't know how to pull it together. And they kind of were like, listen, you have all the information. You need to do this part on your own. And I said, okay, let me try. Let me figure it out. But when I really got stuck, and I said, I've got A, B, and C, but I don't understand where D fits in. Can you show me how that would work best, or how I could really help others, how they would get the most out of this? That's when they'll really come in and say, you know what, this would be really appealing for a lot of people, or this would really help them along their journey. So the questions that you ask need to be thoughtful and powerful and smart. I mean, look at it this way. You have an ascended guide, master. You have God himself, my cat. You have all of the universe and your team right with you. If you had something so powerful and all-knowing, what would you ask? And I hope you'd ask something really smart and really powerful that would impact you, that you could really work with, instead of just going, I need more money. Where's my money? How come I don't have my person? How come I keep going in these loops and nothing's working out for me? You know what I'm saying? Okay. So this is the spiritual law of request. Okay. If you want help, you must ask for it. That's it. The power lies in the question. Think it through. And I'd like to relate this back to a channeling that I got for myself. I get downloads all the time. These are straight from spirit. And I don't even change the words because they don't like that. They get very angry with me. This is Halo. Halo always helps me whenever she feels that I need support. So thank you, my love, right? This is animal communication right here, 101. By the way, if you have dogs and cats, they will certainly help you with anything that you're going through. So I talked about fear. Throughout my life, I've had quite a few experiences with negative mindset and fears, thinking about what's not working, how I can change it, overanalyzing it and overthinking it. And they had told me that my fears, I must acknowledge within myself. If you want to take this journey, you must think it through. You cannot control the outcome, but you can make realistic plans for what you will face. Release your negative self-talk that you intuitively know that this was about to come up, as you wrote about bringing this up in a new set of internal beliefs, which I had just written about. Now that is up for your reality, okay? So this will change your life, especially the key to step into your power is through the removal of negative thoughts into positive transformational thoughts. So this is the lesson. I wanted to up-level my life. I wanted to change everything, my body, my mind, my spirit, because they're all connected, okay? So I really started working on my physical, my body, started working out, going to the gym to be a channel. I really want to take care of myself, take care of my mind and my spirituality when I channel as much as my body, and started to realize that I always had so many negative thoughts, okay? And this is just based on the way that I was brought up. I moved to 6 different schools in 6 different years, including out of the country, which meant that every time I got comfortable, the rug was pulled out from under me. So then I started in my professional career to self-sabotage. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this. And what would happen would be I would get a great job and on paper. And then I would start to self-sabotage. I'd get disinterested. I wouldn't be as thrilled. My work would falter. And the double reason was I wasn't using my gifts. And I knew that I had gifts, but I just didn't know how to access them. And that's what I'm here to do for you. I'm here to help you. If I can save you time and pain, I will. I want to. That's my job. So what they're saying here is release your negative self-talk that you intuitively know. You cannot control the outcome. It's all about your expectations, about the outcome and what you want to happen in your life, but it's more importantly about up here and how you think. If you are always telling yourself, I can't do this, this isn't working for me, I don't know how this is going to happen, I give up, I'm lost, I don't get it, you're basically setting yourself up for failure. Instead of saying, I know that this is not positive, I know I need to change this, how can I change this? So changing your thoughts will change your life. What you think about moves towards you, okay? And you move towards it. Your thoughts are so powerful. And the thoughts create your state. Your state is how you feel. And that is what you project into the world. And everything you project out into the world is like a giant receiver, and you'll get it all back threefold. So if you're negative all the time, you're going to get more negative back. If you go around saying, you know what, I can't get a job, nobody wants me, that's what your state's going to be. And the universe is going to listen and say, oh, you want more of that? Okay, let me give it to you. And it's becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. So you've always got to try to be positive, even if it's hard. Nobody's perfect, but try to remain positive. Try to remain, be around people that light you up. For me, it's a combination of people and animals, and I love being near my horse and my animals. They make me happy. Do what you love to do, and just try to be inspired as much as you possibly can, okay? So that's the teaching. So we've got the spiritual law, which is, if you want help, you must ask for it. And then the teaching beyond that is to remove your negative self-talk and start trying to be more positive, okay? And this will change your life, okay? So from there, we are going to go into, I chose what we're going to do, how this is going to work is, I'm going to choose a horoscope because I thought it would be the easiest way for you to me to separate out how these teachings would work. And for the horoscope, I chose Virgo. I'm going to go over all the positives and the negative attributes that each one of our signs has. The crystal that you will have that will help you and boost you and support you, as well as we'll do some animal cards as well that will help and boost and support you as well. And we're going to look at your present challenges for this month for this sign of Virgo and what you might be feeling intuitively. I'll give you a message and we'll go from there. All right. All right, everyone. So we are moving into the horoscope portion here, and we're going to talk about Virgos. And Virgos, as you may know, they are an earth sign. A Virgo, my sister's a Virgo, and that's why I chose this. They are known for being perfectionists. They are meticulous, they're single-minded in their pursuit for improvement. They're extremely dedicated to the people in their lives, and they are basically analyzers, okay? They are very much, usually the element is earth, the Virgo is usually feminine. That's the way they're presented. Of course, there are the gender. We don't really go into genders here because the signs are the signs, right? So no matter what you are, male, female, that's just however you identify, whatever it is, transgender, it's not about that. It's just about what your horoscope sign is, okay? Um, they are practical. They have logical tendencies. They are very artistic. They love to flow. They love to use art to escape their problems and express themselves through music and dance and drawing. They're very observant. They have great memories. And they're very faithful, okay? They will always be there. Their love is endless. I can tell you, they're always faithful. There's not a lot you can do to them to make them sway from you if they love you. They're very sweet. One of the sweetest signs out there, filled with love and affection. Kind and humble, okay? They're always trying to help. They're very patient too. On the flip side, some of the negative Virgo traits are they do have a tendency to overthink things, overanalyze situations. They hold an extremely critical eye on themselves along with everyone else in their life. Okay, so they overanalyze. And another thing is they can be very stubborn, okay? Extremely stubborn, extremely set in their ways. It's because they're dedicated, but they kind of think that they know what's best, so they can be reluctant to change their minds or change their ways. So in other words, a lot of times I'll have a message for my sister and she's a Virgo, and I'll say, you know, maybe if you could just flip your perspective and try something a little bit different. And she'll say, yeah, that sounds good, but I really, you know, I'm good over here. I like the way things are. So it doesn't matter how many times I come to her, she'll listen to me. But at the end of the day, she's pretty much stubborn and she thinks if something's working, why mess with it? And I get that. Overly judgmental and critical towards others, she can be, and also herself. But they can be very stuck and set in their ways, which can be challenging for them. They overthink, they overworry, classic Virgo traits. They're bothered by lots of little things. So they're basically type A personalities, okay? But they're wonderful people. The best thing to remember if you're a Virgo is try to relax. You know, take a step back sometimes, enjoy your life, try to schedule times for breaks. Surround yourself with people who love you, who can, you know, give you that boost that you really need. And remember that, you know, a lot of people don't take criticism well. So it's not just the Virgos out there. I'm a Scorpio. We don't take criticism well at all. So don't worry about it. Virgos, as well as their overthinkers, they'll sometimes create their own anxious feelings, so that could translate into insecurities in your relationships. So if you're dating a Virgo, be patient with them. They love hard work. They love new projects, but don't take advantage of their generosity or patience, because they'll get really mad, okay? Because they're always there for you, but they're very dependable in many situations. But if you cross them, or you don't show them or tell them how much they mean to you, they will take it as a sign that you don't care. They need to know that you care for them a lot, and they want to hear it. And the moon, I always talk about the moon, how it affects Virgo. It explains how you'll express your feelings. For Virgos, the full moon is about getting organized and committed to your priorities, reevaluating procrastinated projects, and making positive, healthy changes, okay? So for Virgos, that's kind of the things you need to work on, the things that are great for you. Now, your birthstone is Sapphire, and everyone may know or may not know that sapphires come in many different colors. I am actually a gemstone jewelry freak. I have been my entire life. Gemstones and crystals heal humans on very many levels. The gemstones for Virgos are carnelian, jasper, amazonite, jade, moss agate, blue sapphire. And the animals that are represented are rabbits and canaries, goldfish. But what I'll do, I will pull a couple of cards for you because these are just general. So I want to give you something specific that will help you blossom. But the gemstones, sapphire is a very hard gemstone. And that's the next thing that we're going to look at. So sapphire for Virgos, Virgos are known to be perfectionists. They are very, very detailed in their execution of tasks and projects. And those born under the sun sign are very careful and hardworking. Wearing sapphire is said to influence a Virgo's life, both personally in their relationships, and the influence of sapphire. Wearing a sapphire is thought to make Virgos more observant and therefore aids their quest for perfection. And they are thought to keep Virgos safe from the jealousy and ill will of those who envy them. There are many colors of sapphire. They come in blue, pink, violet, orange, yellow, green, black, and colorless. So you can pick whatever color works for you. They are from the corundum family. They are under the beautiful red ruby, which I love. And they are a striking blue hue, and they come in many colors, as I said. They are powerful, and if you choose the blue one, obviously it's the skies and the stones were believed to mirror the importance of nobility and represent truth and loyalty. So sapphires were often used by royalty and religious Christian leaders to signify their purity and importance. And ancient Romans used the stone for its apparent protective value against wrongdoing and envy. For Virgos specifically, sapphires are believed to enhance the Virgo's positive traits and ease their negative characteristics at the same time. So this stone will balance you and create harmony, and that's what we're after. It encourages those born under the Virgo sign to become more sincere, which helps turn their relationships into a better encounter, thought to help the wearer be more eloquent and thoughtful with their words. Also can help the aid of health problems, especially plague Virgos, and is said to have a very cooling and calming effect on this sign, okay? So it helps with any ailments that you've had as a Virgo. So sapphires are stunning. They're available everywhere. As I said, blue is the first color we think of, but they come in pink, violet, orange, yellow, green, black, and colorless. And they will always help the wearer, you Virgo specifically, to be calm, to have the right words, and to stop being so critical of yourself and stop being such a perfectionist. It will basically give you balance and harmony. Now, next we're going to pull a couple of animal cards. So let's do that next. Okay, everyone. So I just shuffled and I pulled actually 2 cards dropped for you, for your Virgos. One is Eagle Spirit, and the other is Elephant Spirit. So Eagle Spirit, Spirit has your back is what it says. And I am personally a eagle hawk person. That's my totem. If you don't know what your totem is, let me know. Just drop me a line and we'll do a whole signature series on that. But these are the animals that you feel most connected to, you see the most often. If you're asking for guidance, and it could be anything small. It doesn't have to be a big question. When I see a feather, I always know I'm on the right track. But the eagle has come in today and has appeared to ask whether you're willing to soar to new heights, even if that means solitude for a short while. Because truly all the wisdom of the world is available to you, you know. Eagles overcome adversity, reminding you that Spirit has your back and wants you to experience life at its fullest. And at this moment, you are meant to know that you have the highest of wisdom and courage within, gifted to you by Spirit and all the angels. So boldly go with eagle spirit, glory, and grace, claiming what is truly yours in divine timing. Eagles are bold. Eagles do not fly with pigeons. Eagles fly on their own, okay? They are majestic, they are strong, they know where they're going, they do not question, and they know who and what they are. If you feel the opposite of that, if you feel as though you don't know where you're going, what your strengths are, or how to get there, think about the eagle and think about how strong and how fast and how razor sharp their eyes and their senses are. They go after what they want and they get it every time because they have no fear. So you are aligned with the eagle. The other one right next to it, my goodness, the next card, I can't believe it. Why should I be shocked? Is Elephant Spirit. And the elephant message is learn from the past. And the message is, although we often wish we could leave the past behind, Elephant Spirit reminds us that memory matters. We must respect the wisdom of the elders who hand down to us traditions that have shaped to express our connection to each other and respect for the community. So what has come before informs us of what we are experiencing today. We must never forget our legacy of strength and dignity. Elephant Spirit appears with the message that we are to acknowledge that which came before and learn from it. I mean, all of us are memory-based creatures. And a lot of times we need to think about the past to understand the present and the future. So Elephant Spirit's here to encourage you to make it one that stirs in you a sense of power and dignity, for you have honored yourself by choosing to learn from the past, and Spirit rejoices at your willingness to learn and grow. So that's beautiful. So Eagle Spirit, Spirit has your back, and Elephant Spirit, learn from the past. Two very, very powerful spirit totems. And I got these from the beautiful deck by Colette Baron Reed, the Spirit Animal Oracle. It's a beautiful, beautiful set. I am not a tarot reader. I am a channeler. So I basically am giving you information from Spirit. But there's something else here that I really want to give to you. And I'm just going to channel for a minute. So give me 1 second. So Spirit, I ask for all of my Virgos out there to please give me a guided message for them that they can use right now. Okay, Spirit is telling me that there are a lot of you out there, all of you Virgos, that you're overthinking things. You have a situation where you need to make a change. You could be at a crossroads in your life, okay? It could be personal, it could be professional, but either way, it's a crossroads, and it's a true crossroads. It's not a little baby crossroad. It's a crossroad that you must make a decision. By not making a decision and having indecision is still making a decision. But that's not where Spirit wants you to sit for very long. So you're being asked, do I go to the right or do I go to the left? Now, for a lot of you, what I'm seeing is that you're nervous and afraid, and I understand, because you can't see around the corner. You can't see what happens if I take the road to the right. What happens if I take the road to the left? Well, that's all part of the journey, right? Right, guys? I mean, this is the journey. So Spirit's asking you to not overthink this with your head. Spirit's asking you to think about this with your heart. Drop into your heart space and think about what would be the best road for me. And then go with it, okay? They're saying there's no wrong way. You can't make any wrong decisions. And they also want you to know that these are just lessons. They are not failures, okay? Just lessons. So at this crossroads, stop overthinking it, move into your heart space and ask my heart, which way should I go? I mean, I actually put my hand on my heart a lot of times and think about this. Which way should I go? Which would be the best route for me? And then I ask my higher self. I ask my higher self to come through and say, which road should I take? Nobody's going to have the answers, but if you can still ask those questions. And I want you to remember that there is no room for fears or doubts. You must believe within this with all your mind and body as it should be. This is a channeling I got. Just as you have become one with your higher self and stepped into the light, there's no room for fears. And if you are a child of Spirit or God or the universe or something higher than yourself, I got the message that no one under me, none of my children walk by fear, only by faith. So that's your message for today. I hope this helped you. Please let me know if you found this helpful and interesting and supportive. And I'd like to do much more of these. So thank you, Virgos, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.